Hello, everybody. Unfortunately, I had to start my recipe before actually going live today because my computer is failing me. But anyway, so I'm Crystal Farley, stress management consultant and women's advocate and personal growth coach. I don't know, I'm everything, but I am ultimately just trying to improve this world one day at a time. Today, I am making my husband, because he's so spoiled, I am making him his SIBO friendly gut bread. So for those of you that have a hard time digesting gluten and all that bad stuff that's in regular bread, it's a really great recipe. jessicacox.com.au. If you just Google Jessica Cox SIBO friendly bread, you can get the high level recipe. I do not share my secrets though because I make it better than what she offers. And so my household is low FODMAP. Really, we are clean eaters. Yes, we totally do splurge. For example, I wanted to try my Instapot a couple weekends ago for Heather's birthday, for my co-host's birthday, and I made some buffalo chicken wings. Just saying, that happens. But everything in moderation, right? So today I'm making the SIBO friendly bread. I've already got my carrots are steaming. For those of you that have watched me do this before. And I'm getting the flours ready now. So today, what is today? Today is Tuesday. Try it out Tuesday. So today I actually get to facilitate a meditation course later on today at the Phoenix, which is a recovery friendly facility in Lowell. I love their mission. I love what they stand for. And for those of you that know me personally and have listened to me outside of this, I am a huge supporter of those in recovery. So I get to host a meditation class tonight, and I'm going to try facilitating a more compassionate meditation. So I've been doing one to decrease the amount of negativity in my life and to really look at people that are potentially trying to spread negativity in a more compassionate light. So negativity is a disease. It's a disease, and misery loves company, and I realize that, and I realize that I can get negative too. So I am going to try to look at people with more compassion rather than let anger or things consume me. So that's my message to myself this week. Trying to remember that, tell myself that, change the way that I talk things, staying positive. And I essentially created a song this morning that I am going to be the light that people need in this life. That's really all it is, and I just say it over and over and over again. So now I'm going to get going because I do have my friend Gail's coming over in 15 minutes, and we're going to start doing some business stuff because it's important to make money, right? So there's that. So I don't have sunflower seeds today for my bread, so I'm using hazelnuts. So I made some hazelnut meal. Now I need some almond meal, so I need to grind up some almonds. So tell me, how are you guys doing today? Huh? Is life good on your end of things? I hope that it is. I know that, life can get really challenging, so I hope that you guys are finding ways to perform self-care on yourselves and really be sure to take care of yourself because it's really, really important, and only you can do that. So, I'm going to try to do things a little bit different. So I've been making this bread for my husband now for a while, and he really likes it, but I think that sometimes, oh no, I just made a big mess. Hold on. I think that sometimes I go a bit overboard with changing it up, and so his reaction 2 weeks ago was really super positive. This past week it wasn't, so I'm going to try to go a little bit more to recipe today. And so again, I'm making my almond meal. I'm not making it super fine though, so I'm going to do 4 cups of almonds in the Vitamix. 4 cups of almonds, and see if maybe making it just a touch chunkier will be pleasant for him. So I was getting more nuts last week that I didn't grind up, and so I'm gonna, which he has a hard time chewing and swallowing because he's got some sort of weird reflux thing. I don't know. So I think he actually appreciates when it's not as chunky. So there's that. So I'm gonna do that this time. So actually I'm gonna do only 3 cups because that's a good amount. So yeah, if you guys are going for low fat, this is definitely good for your gut, but it's not low fat at all. So a slice of this bread essentially would be a meal for somebody. And, you know, just remember that if you're making this at home, because that's really important to know. So raisins are high FODMAP, but I do add some of those sometimes, so I'll probably do that this week as well. But they're high FODMAP, so if you have a hard time and you ferment a lot in your gut, don't put a lot of raisins in because it's not good for you. All right, so then we need the 2 teaspoons of baking powder, cream of tartar, and this is like stuff that I actually measure when I do this thing because I don't know that it would. I don't know that it would change the flavor. If I have anybody that wants to sponsor me and get me new, like, tablespoons and things, I would love you forever. Teaspoons. So for baking powder, we need 2 teaspoons. So I'm going to do 4 because I always do double batch. Oh, so really cool. I was at a networking thing this morning. And we are going to be hosting stress management for realtors. Ooh, you guys can't see me. Workshops, which is really fun. So I'm meeting with a couple mortgage people that before busy season comes, they want to get me in front of realtors so that this way maybe realtors can learn how to manage their stress better during the busy time, which is pretty fun. It's fun for me, right? Because it allows people to, you know, do their jobs a little bit easier and just be better at home and, you know, and at work. So it really goes hand in hand, right? I'm adding my salt. Gotta add my pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds, for those of you that don't know. So it's supposed to be half a cup of pumpkin seeds, but I'm going to do probably more like 3/4 of a cup because I want to save some for myself, for my salads. They do add a nice texture to salads, and I'm totally slacking on this week actually having the right stuff to make this, but that's okay. Again, we don't have sunflower seeds, so I'm going to do some other nuts, which will be just fine. So I'm just going to do a combo of some other nuts that I know will sit well. You can use anything, really. So cashews, walnuts, it's all lovely. And you know, it's really important to taste test all of this stuff while you're making it, just so you know. What do you guys like to bake? You guys should find me on Instagram, Crystal and Farley, Facebook, See Far Beyond the Box. I'd love to know what you guys like to make. And I do post pictures of my finished products online when I'm done. I do. So I want to make those fun like crock pot things. Oh man. Pecans have a wonderful flavor. I'm going to actually make them more fun this week though because I haven't been doing that. And I think that they cook faster than the other nuts. Oh, that didn't sound good. Sorry for your ears, guys. Also get stuck together a little bit more than some of the other nuts do. So they make more of a like pecan butter, which is amazing. If you haven't had pecan butter like on toast or something, you're severely missing out. I highly recommend that you do that. It's really, really yummy. Yeah, so hold on, I'm almost done with this, I promise. Almost done. I'm gonna have some Brazil nuts this week just because I have some. I'm back. So yeah, I love to cook. And I love the look on my husband's face when I make him his amazing bread. So I definitely recommend checking it out and putting your own spin on it. Someday I'm going to make them into bars and I'm going to monetize the shit out of it. But right now I just like to have fun with it. So I'm going to continue to do that. So I'm just going to put some raisins in now. I really should have used a bigger bowl. You should see the amount of nuts and flour in here. There are. So, yeah. That's really all I got going on. I'm doing a meditation course tonight. I'm actually heading to Florida next week to see my sister and help out with a few things. So there's that. So I might not be on for a couple of days, but I'll try to go live anyway. I'm gonna bring my computer. Yeah. So that's life. But yeah, so try it out Tuesday. What else am I gonna try out? So today, if anybody has any suggestions on how I could just make a living, I have to get a bigger bowl, guys. Make a living networking. I'm like really good at connecting people. So like I know when I should be introducing who to when and why, but I just haven't figured out how to monetize that yet. So if anybody has any suggestions, please feel free to reach out and let me know, because I'm good at it. So if I could just network with people and connect people all day, that would be my jam. Okay, so the next thing is the liquid part. And so you steam the carrots because the carrots are like the predominant liquid in this thing. So you do 1 cup of cooked mashed carrots. So I do it's like 430 grams of carrots that I steam. And then we do some oil, some apple cider vinegar, and some water in a blender. So I guess I had to do my carrots before. So that's done. Ooh. And now I'm going to add my oil. It's like half a cup of oil. I think I have, yeah. I just buy the big, like, olive oil you're not supposed to cook with, but I do use it for other stuff. Every day I'm hustling. And then we need some water. You add more water to make the recipe a little bit thinner because it is pretty thick with all of the nuts and stuff. And then apple cider vinegar, a couple tablespoons of that. And so I always do just the amount that it calls for, because I don't want to, it's always easier to add water. You can't really take it away. So important to remember that. Important to remember that. Okay, close your ears, guys. My cabinet. Sweet. So yeah. Hi. So yeah, if you find friends with me on Facebook, I go live on Facebook a lot too. But it's a little bit more like, about the work that I'm doing rather than me just being a goofball in my kitchen, making gut-friendly bread every week and all that. So you just make a hole in the center of your flours and you pour your carrots in. And so it's really cool. Depending on what kind of carrots you use, your bread turns into that color. So like I'm using orange carrots this week. A couple weeks ago I used purple. So the bread was purple. And Charlie was like super freaked out. He's like, what's going on? But I think that this is going to taste pretty good. I did add some coconut flakes this week and a couple other things. So, the flavor hopefully will be just a touch different because I like to change it up a little bit every time. But again, it's just really like easy on digestion and it's filling. So I know a lot of men, when they work out a lot, they tend to metabolize super fast. And so, you know, it's this is a nice bread for like with breakfast because it gets them started off right. So it's really, and again, it's easy to digest, right? So there's no gluten, it's not harmful for your intestines, and it tastes really good. So Charlie tends to put some like honey on it, but I don't know. There's a lot of calories in this thing. I'm just gonna add a little more water because it's super thick today. And then I'm gonna get the rest of that yummy carrots out. So yeah, so I got meditation, trying this new, my new Try It Out Tuesday is the compassion meditation. And essentially it's like being compassionate to yourself, being compassionate to others, and being compassionate to people that you have conflict with. And that's a really interesting way to think things, right? So if you read, I'm actually reading Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl, because I find it fascinating that he was in a concentration camp, and his a psychiatrist in a concentration camp, so obviously he has a different perspective, right? But I think, he offers a great perspective in that he was able to be compassionate to his captors, and that is fucking amazing to me. I mean, the people, and if you think about it, it's kind of true, right? Like, if you think about it, they didn't ask to be put in that position. Like, they were recruited, or they were part of the military. They didn't know that was necessarily what they were going to be signed up for. So to be able to, actually find compassion for those people, I think is just hugely emotionally mature. Like, to be that confident or not even confident, to be compassionate in that way, I think is like just fascinating. So I'm just going to pour this in a bread dish thingy here to make my first loaf. So I always make 2 loaves at a time because it's just easier. And yeah, it looks really yummy, guys. So Try It Out Tuesday, meditation for compassion for those that you're angry with, for those that you love, and for yourself. Super important. I think it's hugely, check out the book, Man's Search for Meaning. I'm halfway through, and it is amazing. It's not an easy read. Definitely takes time to process all that stuff, but it's pretty insightful, and I think it gives just a different perspective on this life that we are here to lead. So I love you guys. Thank you again for joining me and making the sibo bread. I am actually going to make my other bread today too. I'm trying to kill a lot of birds with one stone. I got a lot going on. I'm actually going to be in some commercials tomorrow. So life is really good. I love you all. Thank you so much. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Instagram, Crystal M. Farley. Hire me for your company. Talk to me like a life coach. Whatever you want, I'm here for you. Have a great day, guys. Try It Out Tuesday.